They won't come stand with you. So, you don't want me to stand with you?
Not necessarily.
Okay, perfect. Okay. Perfect. Okay.
Unless you think it would, unless, what do you think?
All right.
You can just say, family citizen, and if they'd like to come up, give them the opportunity to say yes or no.
All righty. Testing. 1, 2, 3. All righty. Perfect. Good afternoon. My name is Minister Dominic Alexander, President and founder of the Next Generation Action Network. Today, we are standing here for a reason that is very troubling. No one in this city should be treated in the magnitude, and especially a 73-year-old grandmother. Ms. Cole was assaulted, arrested, charged after doing what any mother, grandmother, or family member would do. She went to make sure that her son was okay during a traffic stop, only 3 houses down from where he lived. This was not a violent situation. This was not a dangerous criminal intent. This began as a traffic stop and only 3 houses down from where her son lived. Miss Cole came to the scene because her son called her. He needed help and proof of insurance. She brought the information. She asked questions. She wanted to know why her son was being stopped. Not only why is he being arrested later. This should not have resulted in a 73-year-old grandmother being forced and attacked. This shouldn't resulted in bruises, pain, trauma, handcuffs, and jail and criminal charges. This should not have resulted in a family standing before the public more than 4 months later demanding for the basic accountability. We are outraged because of the grandmother. We are outraged because no grandmother should be treated in the way that any officer of Dallas Police Department. We are outraged because the people of Dallas deserve better. We are outraged because these moments exactly is why the community and across this country continue to demand police accountability, transparency, and real de-escalation. A traffic stop should not become a moment of fear. A question should not be a threat like a crime, treated like a crime. A grandmother checking on her son should not be met with force. For years, our organization has fought to improve police and community relations in the city of Dallas. We have fought for oversight. We have fought for transparency. We have fought for de-escalation. We have fought for dignity in ways that people are treated. What happened to Miss Stephanie Cole reminds us that the work is not done. I stand here today with an attorney by the name of Blerim, Elmazi, who is on the case, who has been able to see what went on this day via video. But we demand that the Dallas Police Department release this video so the public can be able to see what is going on. I want to make it very clear that the Next Generation Action Network should not be doing this press conference today. This happened on February 28th. Ms. Cole spent the night in a jail cell over February 28th to March 1st. We are now in July. I don't even know what the date is today, 7th. In the reality, more than 4 months later, Ms. Cole walked into our office more than a week ago with 3 pending charges, a story that literally had everyone on my team in tears just by what she had went through, because it was unbelievable. It was a situation that I just felt like, how could this happen in the city of Dallas, and no one knows what goes on. This is one of the things that we always say publicly, is that our law enforcement agencies can insulate themselves. They can block things from coming out. The way that this mother was treated, there should not be any officer with a badge that calls it justified. She deserved patience. She deserved professionalism. She deserved protection. Instead, she was met with force for only asking why, after the officer told her that everything was good, the officer later, she left the scene, and the officer later told her son that he was arresting him, correction. And then she came back to the scene and asked the officer, why did you lie to me and tell me that everything was okay? This officer was very outraged by the fact that she was there, and he let his frustrations out on Ms. Cole. We ask for full transparency. We hope that the Office of Community Police Oversight is doing everything that it can do to work in conjunction with the internal affairs. It shouldn't take 4 to 5 months for the Dallas Police Department to rectify an error, to address and to apologize to Ms. Cole for this treatment. No grandmother, nobody. This is a 73-year-old grandmother that couldn't have posed a threat to anyone, and especially not a trained police officer in the streets of America. This mother should have never been treated this way. It forced her son to see his mother be assaulted from the backseat of a police car. And if you are a son, you know that is one of the worst things that you could ever do. And see, and being helpless and not able to help your mother while she is being assaulted by the people who are paid to protect and yet serve. I'm going to pass it over to Attorney Blerim, Elmazi, just from the standpoint of legal standpoint, and what they would like to see going forward, and then we'll pass it over to Ms. Cole.
Wrong is wrong, and Miss Cole had to spend her 73rd birthday in a Dallas County jail facing criminal charges, resisting arrest, and interfering with public duties in a case that should have never occurred, quite frankly. What we know based on this incident is that officers who are supposed to be trained to de-escalate encounters completely ignored their trainings, threw that out of the window, and decided that they were going to manhandle, threaten, and tear the rotator cuff of a 73-year-old woman who was just there to visit her son on that day. Ms. Cole begged for help. Repeatedly, she screamed, "Help me, help me, help me. You're breaking my arm, you're breaking my shoulder." All the way up to the point where the officers do in fact hear a pop in her shoulder as her rotator cuff is torn. This should not have happened to a woman just a day before her 73rd birthday, checking on her son in an encounter that did not require any level of force that the officers should have been trained to de-escalate on. And Ms. Cole certainly didn't deserve 4 hospital visits, multiple consultations regarding surgery, and not being able to hold her great grandbaby now because of what these officers did. The fact that Dallas County District Attorney's Office has still decided to prosecute Ms. Cole 5 months after this incident is really an indictment on this system. Transparency is the bare minimum we should ask for in a case like this. The government needs to do the right thing and dismiss these charges against Ms. Cole and move forward from what is otherwise a pretty tragic encounter. With that, I believe Ms. Cole has a few statements to make as well, so I'll turn it over to her.
Thank you. Good afternoon, everybody. 4 months later, I'm still struck with fear. I don't feel when I'm driving that if a police pulls beside me or behind me, that I'm safe anymore. I always believed that protect and serve was a right to have for a citizen. In my 20s, I had decided to be a police officer. I went in, signed the paperwork, took the test, did the trigger test. They told me I passed in the top 10 in my class to become a Dallas police officer. And they said, okay, Ms. Cole, come back tomorrow for a physical. And I went back the next day for a physical. And they said, well, you're going to have to come back in 365 days. We can't certify you to be a police officer today as we were going to. And when I asked why, they said, you're pregnant. And the baby that I was pregnant with is sitting in the back there, my first daughter. So I wasn't able to become 365 days later, I was a mother. And that was the only thing that mattered to me at the time, was to be a mother. But protect and serve is the reason why I had chose to be a police officer, because I knew that many people needed to be protected and served by the people who were put in position, who had the authority to do so. And that's what I wanted for my life. But at this point, this is where I am with the protect and serve that I was trying to do a long time ago. And I'm just not sure anymore what protect and serve truly means. It needs to be reassessed, readjusted, refigured, reunderstood in order to get it right. Something's not right. Something's gone terribly wrong with the title, protect and serve. And something needs to be done. And at this point, I'm here on behalf of myself, my son, and many others who I feel are in my same shoes, just don't know who they are. But I'm quite sure I'm not the only one. And I'd just like to thank everybody for the support, for the help from my lawyer, who is working tirelessly, calls me all the time, checking on me. He's more of a protect and serve. That should be his title, protect and serve. This gentleman here, Mr. Dominique, protect and serve. That should be his title as well. The people in this office, they should hang a plaque on the door. Come here, because we protect and serve. That's what they do here. And I'm grateful and I'm thankful. God said, weeping only endures for a night, but joy cometh in the morning. The first morning I showed up here, after 4 months, that was my joy that came that morning with Mr. Dominique. Joy came that morning. It took 4 months, but it's okay. God didn't say how long it would take. He just said in the morning. He didn't say which morning. But that morning that I showed up and they introduced me to my lawyer, that day, God showed up with his protect and serve. So the people who I'm standing here with today, thank you. I'm grateful. I'm appreciative for the hard work, because I know this work is hard. I know it's not easy. And I thank you for being dedicated to protect and serve the community, because we need help out here. We don't know how many other people who need to be protected and served, but I'm hoping that this video goes out to somebody who can say, it was me too. It was I. It was me. It was her. It was him. To get all of these people who need to be helped, protected, and served. This day is what that's for me. Thank you.
This is very painful to come here and to hold this press conference. I remember last week when Ms. Cole came into our office, and if my grandmother was alive today, she would be the age of Ms. Cole. Ms. Cole's situation should impact so many people that in no way should an officer take any disagreement with someone and literally that become a day of just terror. The actions of this officer can never be justified. And I believe that the Dallas Police Department owe Ms. Stephanie Cole and her family an apology. No matter what the circumstances was of her son, that should have been done. But it takes police officers who truly understand how to, one, de-escalate a situation. We have fought for the entirety of our organization on this word called de-escalation. And the people who are trained to protect and serve should be the first primary individual to de-escalate a situation, to be able to explain. Officers that carry a badge shouldn't be so frustrated that they cannot communicate with anybody, that they cannot communicate effectively or respectfully. If you can't talk to a mother, a grandmother, how do you talk to your mother, your wife, your grandmother? And no one should be on our police force here in the city of Dallas that cannot talk to a 73-year-old mother without putting their hands on them. We demand that this video be released. Like I said before, the attorneys were able to look at the video, but because this is a pending criminal investigation, they cannot release the video. And it's up to the proper authorities to release the video. And we hope that everyone join us in calling the police department and as well as the district attorney's office to demand that this video be released so that everyone in the city of Dallas can see what Dallas Police Department did to a 73-year-old woman on February 28th on the 2300 block of Elsie Faye Higgins in sunny South Dallas. I hope that everybody join us because this can be your mother next, your grandmother next. This could be you next. And we hope that we're able to continue to demand justice and accountability. And we want these charges dismissed. Ms. Cole, we got your back. We're here. And like we said before, we're sorry. But we're standing and we're going to stand strong. Thank you. Are there any questions? No questions whatsoever?
What did DPD say?
DPD has not given a response just quite yet. I told them that we were on the case about a week ago. I told them that I would love a response. They told me to give them at least 48 hours. I didn't get a response from that. So evidently, whenever the top brass of the police department took their time to look at this video, it was not what they were told by lower brass of the police department. And a lot of times in these situations, you have sergeants and lieutenants and internal affairs and low-level people who are looking at these situations and determining whether they're justified or unjustified. It's not the deputy chief or the assistant chief. But we sent this directly up to the top about this and asked them to look at it. And we wanted to give enough time for them to be able to respond. I believe Ms. Cole came to my office last Monday, giving him a number of days to respond that the attorneys have had with the Dallas County District Attorney's Office. And we hope to act done within the next coming days. But police department, no, or respond Ms. Cole case and that the media is us in demanding ability towards it as well.
Round, the only thing that's clear is that the Dallas County District Attorneys has filed charges against Cole. They intend to prosecute that. She is liable. The Dallas County District Attorney's Office made a conscious decision to file those charges. They could have rejected them. They could have dismissed the case. Where we're at today is they intend to prosecute her, and unless something changes in the coming days, if her case is not dismissed, we'll be going to a jury trial. What the video shows is a great grandmother for her son showing up to the scene, trying to communicate with officers. Back, and after telling officers, "Hey, push me like that," she immediately goes into handcuffs, or what officers attempt to do by putting her in handcuffs. When she tells that she has a condition and her arms can't go back that far, and that they're breaking her arms as they're trying to handcuff, leave her. Continue to use rough, ignoring her cries. And instead, put her in handcuffs no matter what it takes. Damn her condition, damn her cries for help. They're going to do what they want to do with her. And that's what the video shows. And because such a concern deserves to be out in the public release. At the same time, we do on the District Attorney's Office to do the right thing here. Just because a case is filed doesn't mean it's too late to do the right thing. Now our focus is on the criminal case. We are investigating, just in conversation with Ms. Cole about the prospect. But naturally, our biggest concern is making sure these charges are dropped.
Is in the next coming days of regards to in making this situation they can all hear, can thank the attorneys for their immediate response in for Ms. Cole. Like I said, I'm sitting to be standing here for something that happened in February, on February 28th. It's and so with that being said, we're going to, and we will not stop until then. Thank you.